Speaker is not a licensed financial advisor. Apply the topics discussed in this video at your own risk. Speaker is not legally responsible for your financial decisions.
All right, here we go. So some of you out there might have some more free time on your hands right now. And so one way you can use that time is to organize your finances so you can see your financial situation more clearly so you can make better financial decisions. All right. I'm going to help you right now. I'm about to show you how to use a spreadsheet to lay out your finances. So everything, so you can see where your money's coming in, how your money's going out. And this will help you to kind of get an idea of your budget and your performance over time. So this is important. It's important to know where you stand. All right. Some of you out there might do this for other companies. You might work for a company and do this kind of financial analysis. You might look exactly at how the company makes money and how the company spends money and where the company is profiting. But then you go home and you just spend money willy-nilly without seeing where it goes. So I'm gonna teach you right now how to approach your own life like a business, how to approach your own financial situation like you yourself are a business, and to see how your money's coming in, where your money's going out, so you can make the most profit for yourself, for what's important. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it.
Everybody, repay attention right now. This is the short version. Repay attention right now. So, guys, what you're first going to do is you're going to set up your data sheet, okay? This is where you're going to, this is the income data sheet, okay? Income data sheet. This is where you're going to plug in all of your income data. Whenever you make money, say you got money on the on 5/11, you just got your day job check. You go to 5/11/2019, you select day job. It's really quick and easy, okay? You say May paycheck 1 for your day job. They paid you the same amount of money your day job always pays you. Okay, so you type that in. It's gonna be the same 2,916.67 that your day job pays you bi-weekly. Now that shows up, okay, on your income table in May. When you fill the whole table in. My bad, guys. Boom. There you go, guys. That's how the money comes in. Say you just got a little money from your other side hustle. Okay, you know I'm gonna do side hustle 3. You just got a little something. Your side hustle 3 just started out. You made a little bit of money off of that. So on 5/24, okay, 2019, your side hustle 3 just gave you your first little check. It's new. You're new to side hustle 3. Okay, you're just getting ready. You're starting out. But let's say May side 3 check. Boom. Okay, and they gave you. It was small. It was a little something. Okay, you just got started, but you got something. Congratulations, bro. Income tables. There it is. It pops up when you do this properly. That's how easy it is to see your money. All that other stuff I did in the first part of this video was just setting up this fake data. Because in my real life, it's so easy. So if I have an expense, say I just bought gas. Boom. I just bought gas. It's May. I bought gas. Let me do this easily so I can show you how easy it really is. Because this will all be loaded up. This will all be in the chamber, ready to go for when you actually do. Okay. So look, here we go, guys. It's this easy. Oh, I just bought gas. Boom. I go here. I bought gas on 5/17/2019. Boom. Okay. I go gas. I just bought gas. This was gas May 2017. Or sorry, May 17/20. Okay. And I usually, the guy pays 45 in gas usually, so we'll have him pay 42.78 in this gas. Boom. Now go to expense tables, and there you go. May gas 42.78. Then the guy pays his rent expense. Boom. He pays his rent, 5/27/2019. Boom. He pays his rent. Rent May rent. May rent. And he pays $1,200. Boom. May rent. Boom. Expense tables. There's your May rent right there. It's that simple, guys. Now, here's the magic. Income tables. What's my expected profit? I expected, look guys, I made that much money. I expended that much money. Without the discretionary expense, boom, here's my profit per month. Enter. Boom. I expected to profit that these months. Boom. There's my expected profit. Okay. Disregard these for now because this is fake. These are fake data. Okay. Disregard these. This is remember we only did it. We only did this. May is an off month, so I'm just gonna highlight. I'm just gonna put May. I don't want to distract you. Whatever. Forget it. You guys know that May is a fake month in this simulation. Okay. So here, expense tables. Also, highlighting is a great tool, so that's another thing you guys should be aware of. Okay, so May's a fake month. So the guy expected to make this much profit. Here he lost money because the tax hit. He got hit with the tax. Okay, he paid his big tax budget, his big tax expense, $5,000 in April. Okay, so that month he made a little less money than he expected. Now, here's where the balance sheets come into play. Oh, man, I got to do this for you guys. Okay, here we go. So, balance sheet. I haven't done any of this right now. Oh, man. Date. Account 1. I made this balance sheet up. When you do this in real life, it's going to show up for real. Okay? So, it's going to make sense. Right now, it might come out wonky, but the point still stands, okay? And I have to remember how I do this. How do I do this? Your actual difference for January. So your actual difference in January is going to be, and I think I might actually on my personal sheet. I think I actually manually plug this in. I think. Do I? Anyway, let's just take for granted. Let's say right now I plug it in. Okay, actual profit. So for the month of January, I started at that much money. And I ended, so January 1st I had that much money. February 1st I had that much money. Okay? So, for that month, I think this might be how I do it. Insert. Column. And then this one I'm going to put back here. Command X. Boom. Command V. Now, I think I do it this way. Actual profit. So, this is how I do it, yeah. And I have more complicated on my actual sheet, but just because I have it automatically do this for me. But we'll keep it simple here. So, February 1st, the actual profit for the last month is going to be this, the start of the new month minus that. So, in January, this guy profited $1,038. Okay? So, we go over to expense tables. Income tables. And here, it's going to be the same value. I'm going to copy the value. The same value as this. Command C. Expense tables. My bad. Income tables. Boom. And I paste the value. Paste values. Good. Now, if the guy expected to profit that much, okay, because his actual expenses were that, and his income total was that, okay? He expected to profit $2,600. He only profited $1,038. So, what was his discretionary expense? Okay, this is money, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. Discretionary expense. Boom. His discretionary expense was what he expected to profit minus what he actually profited. Is that how it works? Yeah. Okay, so that means, now here's where we're getting at the important part. This is the number I care about. Okay? This is the number that decides if you're going to, for me personally at least, this is the number that tells me how well am I doing. Okay? I want a cooler color than that, bro. Color doesn't go hard enough. Okay, that works. Okay, this is the number you want to be a stickler about. So you're asking, what's discretionary expense? Okay? Discretionary expense is the money that I might put my camera back on for this so I can talk to the camera. 1 second, guys. I'm going to put my camera back on.
All right, guys. Discretionary expense is the one that I care about, okay? Because that says how much money did you spend on stuff you didn't plan to spend money on. You know, I don't even go out to eat anymore, but you know, when I used to go out to eat at restaurants, that stuff piled up. Discretionary expense piles up, bro. You'll be surprised. This is why we do this, bro. You want to see how much you're actually spending. When you go out to eat at restaurants, you're paying a lot of money. When you do other stuff with your money, you guys know what you do. I don't need to talk about it. You know what you do with your money, okay? That stuff adds up. And discretionary expense is the stuff that is not on your planned expenses, okay? Your expense data. You expect to pay your car insurance, your rent, your gas, okay? Now, miscellaneous, your gym membership, all that stuff. That's the stuff you have categories for. That's the stuff that your bills almost. Gas is not a bill, but gas is kind of like a bill. You got to pay it, okay? Now, your miscellaneous expenses here that you're going to put on your expense data, that is going to be your stuff like plane tickets. Your stuff like, if something happens and you have to pay money like to fix something, or you have to go and pay for like a, paperwork or something like that. Like that is what your miscellaneous is. That's like real expenses. That's not you just going and just, throwing off money like nothing because you want to go and get a burger, or you want to go and, pay money on some dumb nonsense. That's not what miscellaneous is. Miscellaneous is like expenses, like plane tickets. If you have to pay to get a car repair, that's what miscellaneous is. That's all. So again, remember the point of me talking to this camera right now is for me to talk to you guys about miscellaneous or about discretionary expense, bro. You do all this stuff, and it looked complicated. This all looked complicated because I had to make up all these data, man. All right, this all looked complicated because I had to make up this data. And because I wasn't going to show you my real personal finances, so I had to make up data here. But it's really simple. Every week, you go to your balance sheet, and you say, how much money do I have in account 1? How much money do I have in account 2? How much credit card? You type that stuff in, very simply, and I showed you how you do it. It's very simple. That takes a little bit of time. The hardest part about that is logging into all your accounts. The hardest part about that is having to remember all your passwords and log in. That's the hardest part. So you plug that all in your balance sheet. How much money do you have on that day? And you either do that on the first of the month or on, the end of every week. I usually do it on Friday night or Saturday morning. Then, when you do that, and you're going through all your bank accounts, because you're already on your bank accounts anyway, then you go and you plug in any income you made, and you plug in any expenses you incurred on your income data sheet or your expense data sheet, respectively. All right, so a quick note, but a very important note about what qualifies as a miscellaneous expense. All right? So when you're going through your bank account and you're entering all of your expenses onto your expense data sheet on the spreadsheet, okay? You're obviously gonna have your usual categories. You're gonna have your rent expense. You're gonna have your car insurance expense. You're gonna have your gym membership expense. All right? Type all those in normally. Now, when it comes to the other expenses in your bank account, every single other expense does not count as a miscellaneous expense. All right? Miscellaneous expenses are important things, important major expenses, like a plane ticket or a car repair. Okay, big things. Those are miscellaneous expenses. Every little candy bar you buy in the grocery store, the checkout line at the grocery store, does not count as a miscellaneous expense. All right. Every combo meal you buy at a fast food restaurant does not count as a miscellaneous expense. All right. A good rule of thumb is miscellaneous expenses are usually over $50. If it costs less than $50, it probably wasn't a miscellaneous expense. So keep that in mind. Thank you. Once you have that, everything else plugs in by itself. Okay. You can see on your expense tables how much money you're at for your month. And the thing is also what's convenient about this is like because your bills hit at different times, you have spaces, so you can see what you expect. Like if you're trust me, you can see what you expect. Like that your car insurance eventually is going to hit that month, and it's going to cost $250 for this guy, for this made up character I made up for this simulation. So you know that if you haven't gotten hit for that $250 yet that month, you can expect to get hit with that. So you can kind of get a feel for where you're at because even though the $250 for the car insurance hasn't hit yet, it's going to hit. So you can fill that in and have an idea of what your expenses are going to look like for that month. Same with your income, at least for the income that's predictable. For your day job income, that's going to hit. So you get an idea of where your income's looking at. But remember, all of this. Oh, one more thing. Then finally, at the end of every month, you go and you get your actual profit. Okay, by subtracting the money you have on the first of the month that you're on, the new month you started. subtract the money you have on that day from your balance sheet, and subtract where you're at the previous month. Obviously, on January 1st, on March 1st, okay, you have $10,000. On February 1st, you had $8,000. You profited $2,000. It's that simple. And you just plug that in every month. So once you know how much money you made that month by comparing the first of the new month to the first of the old month, you plug that in right there on the table in the actual profit. And then, now here's the point. Here's the point of this whole video, bro. I'm about to keep this video under 7 minutes, like I always do. Or at least this part. It's going to be tacked on to other stuff. But once you have your actual profit, which is the money you had on the first of the new month compared to the money you had on the first of the old month, how much money did your actual bank account go up from February 1st to March 1st? That's how much money you profited in February. How much money did your bank account go up from February 1st to March 1st? And that lets you know how much your actual profit was for March. Now, that's your actual profit. Now, your expected profit is not that. Your expected profit is your total income minus your total expenses. Okay? There's two different numbers. Understand the difference. Understand the difference, guys. The difference between the amount of money you really made, which is the amount of money how much more money do you have on March 1st than you had in February 1st? That's your actual profit. Critical detail. That's your actual profit. Your expected profit is not that. Your expected profit is something different. Your expected profit is when you add up all the income you made that month versus all the expenses you had that are like real expenses, okay? So not just throwing a $2 here for a candy bar or $10 there for a burger combo or whatever other silly crap you spend your money on. Okay? Not including all that discretionary expenses. All that silly crap is called discretionary expenses. That's the stuff that you can control with discipline. That's what you can control. Okay? The other stuff, your rent, you gotta pay your rent. Now you can be disciplined there too. You don't have to go and buy this fool paid $1,200 a month in rent because he wanted to impress people. Okay? Now you can choose that, but once you get locked into your rent, you can't really choose how much you pay on rent. Okay? And I'm gonna go a little longer than 7 minutes on this part, but I'm gonna make this point clear. So those bills, you can't really control that by being tough every day. But you can control your discretionary expense by cooking meals at home, by doing all that stuff. Okay, all that stuff, being responsible, not just buying silly crap. Okay, and you gotta be careful. You gotta also be tough about miscellaneous, because it's easy to start fudging. It's easy to start saying, oh well, I bought a pair of shoes. That's miscellaneous. Like for example, if I buy a pair of shoes now, then I consider it miscellaneous. But if you're buying 8 pairs of shoes a month, that's not miscellaneous anymore. That's you messing around. That's a small thing. The bottom line is you need to look at this number, this orange number, this discretionary expense number, because that tells you if you're winning or losing financially in the personal finance game. So if I leave you with nothing, if you don't take anything away from this whole video, this whole spreadsheet, and I don't know how long this video, I hope I'm still recording on this side. Hope I'm still recording. Yeah, luckily I'm still going. If you don't take anything away, the whole point of this video is that orange number. That discretionary, oh, no, boom, close that. That discretionary income number. Discretionary expense number. Discretionary expense is where winners, in my opinion personally, okay? That's how I know I'm winning. If I can keep my discretionary expense down, and I compare them. I have a leaderboard. My spreadsheet, this is just the basics. Like, my spreadsheet is on fire. Like, my spreadsheet is like, I just see it. Like, it's just in your face, It's just right there. It's just like, bro, you won this month. You won this week, bro. Congratulations. You didn't spend anything on discretionary expense. Congrats, bro. Or look at yourself. Look at how much you spend on discretionary expense. And it got to the point where like I stopped eating out at restaurants because it's not healthy. Okay, I can rant all day, but the bottom line is keep your discretionary expense low. Make your spreadsheet so you can see how much you're actually spending on discretionary expense, and then everything else, just win. Just keep your discretionary expense low. Look where you're at, and then also you can plan over time. You can plan over time. You can plan in the short term. You can plan in the long term. You can plan with this. You can see it. It's financial planning. People do this for business. I did this for a summer. I did this for a business, a big business for a summer. And then I was like, wait a minute. If I'm going to do it for somebody else, I'm going to do it for myself too. What the heck? And so that's why I'm doing this. And that's why I'm giving this to you guys. I'm giving you guys a skill. So you guys have this concept, bro. I can talk all day, bro. Discretionary expense, keep it low. Look at your numbers, keep it all tight. Thank you.